I expect all uploaders and people who follow channels to get over themselves. I don't expect you to carry grudges for months and whatever when things are said. Now, if you go over the top and you make some blatant racial diatribes, I can understand people not forgiving that because it's hurtful. It is hurt. I understand that. But, you know, if we're just talking about boxers, I hope there should be some stage where there's a middle ground and you get over it. You get over it and you move on. Not this grudge thing. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, look, I hold grudges. I hold grudges. But, you know, most of us don't know each other. We're just talking boxing. It shouldn't get to a stage where you don't even watch someone's videos no more just because of that. They might have some good videos up there and, you know, they don't watch yours no more. You might have some good shit on deck, you know. There should come a stage where you get over it. Maybe inbox somebody personally and say, look, man, you know, I mean, we don't need this shit here, man. I'm here to squash it. And we move on. Well, that's enough of the kumbaya, let's all hold hand shit. Let's talk some boxing. Amir Khan was arrested for assaulting two 19-year-olds in the early hours of, I'm assuming, yesterday, 1:30 a.m. The injuries weren't serious. He was being quizzed by detectives and released on bail until mid-July. That's all I have for now. That was on the BBC website. Michelle Phelps, on her website, she reported that Khan was protecting a friend who the two attackers were apparently giving a lot of grief. This is on the back of the alleged fight he had last year with the guys who tried to jack him and Haroon, his brother, and apparently he beat the brakes off the wannabe attackers. So, you know, Khan's getting into a few scrapes outside the ring that he would like to probably avoid, but if there's any more info, I'll let you know. Floyd shouldn't be taking this Maidana rematch, in my opinion. It's not a good match. You won the first fight on the scorecards. I think it's his ego, you know. He won the fight convincingly, but I think Maidana probably hurt him actually physically with some of the rough tactics, and he made him look or feel a way that Floyd, being the control freak, wasn't comfortable with, and he wants to settle the score. This is Floyd's ego talking a little, and it looks like he's stalling for time here. It's a fight he knows he's going to win. I can't see how Maidana's going to beat him, to be honest. I didn't see how he was going to win the first fight. He didn't come close to winning it. So, you know, it's not a good match for me, but he said he's got an announcement to make after that, and if he's not talking about challenging for the middleweight title, Pacquiao, or the winner of Lara and Canelo or something like that, it better be nuclear. Floyd. That's all I can say. Danny Garcia, he's been getting hit hard recently for his latest choice of opponent, the Salka dude. He's not even a 20th world-ranked lightweight, apparently. But, you know, Danny's worked hard to get where he is, and he's hit a bit of a roadblock. Not just in the Herrera performance, which he lost. He did lose that fight convincingly. Not just that fight there, but he hit a bit of a roadblock when he fought Zab Judah, in my opinion. So, you know, he's probably going to slow the brakes down a little and reevaluate what's happening in the ring. So we can give him this one layup, and then we expect him to be defending his title against credible opposition after that. Because you can't learn on the job if you're a world champion. You don't get that option to do that. You can't learn on the job. I understand he's young, but a world champion is a world champion. It would probably have been a better idea if it was a non-title fight against Rob Salka. But I think Danny's dad is getting a bit protective now of his son. You know, seeing his son struggle in the ring, and he just wants to reevaluate. I think if it was up to Danny, he'd probably go in with tough opposition, you know. I think this is more an Angel Garcia decision. Kell Brook and Sean Porter is set for August 16th of August in Carson, California. Isn't that where Razkaz comes from? The fight was originally supposed to be on the 6th of September, but it's been pushed back. Carl Frampton challenges IBF Super Bantamweight champion Kiko Martinez in an outdoor arena in Belfast. The venue is called the Titanic Quarter. Frampton already defeated Martinez, so he'll be a heavy favourite do it again and take his IBF belt. But you know, what does it matter? We all know that he's not looking for the Rigondeaux fight. It's come out of his actual mouth, and he hasn't said anything to contradict that. So, you know what I mean? You'll do what you gotta do. Ricky Burns will not quit boxing despite his latest defeat last Friday. He's gonna carry on, and a move up to light welterweight seems imminent. Light welterweight? Dude. Don't do it, man. Don't do it, Ricky. Don't do it. Aging fighters who are losing speed need not move up divisions, you know. The opponents won't be hitting any lighter at light welterweight than they are at lightweight. I mean, you see who's in there. You mean Danny's, Provodnikov's, Matisse's. Man, even Lamont Peterson could probably do damage with single shots if he hits Ricky around that jaw area. That jaw which has been broken and had titanium plates in there or whatever. I don't know. I'd just stay at lightweight if he was going to carry on, just, you know, rededicate himself to the sport. Kioris Gamboa's moving back down to super featherweight after his loss to Terence Crawford for the WBO lightweight title. He's targeting Juanma Lopez and Mikey Garcia. Very good matchups in my opinion. And we look forward to him becoming more active again. You know, he needs to be active if he's going to make an impact. You know? Broner versus Matisse is definitely a good fight. It's being speculated about right now. I don't know if it's going to materialize or not, but it's definitely worth weighing up. You know? Good fight. Broner versus Molina, the stars clashed a little. But Matisse and Broner, that gels very well from what my brain is materializing. And Broner can win that fight. I'm not tipping him to win it yet. You know, he can win it. He needs to get off to a very, very good start. That's what he needs to do. He can't have a start like he had against Maidana. And if he gets into a rhythm, he can give Matisse a lot of problems. Matisse can be outboxed. He definitely can be outboxed. He can be hurt. He can be flawed. He can be befuddled, you know. And I don't know if Broner is able to do that right now. But, you know, it's a good match. It's a good match. Broner will have to be switched on just to stay a whole 12 rounds and not end up unconscious. He'd have to be switched on. That means all rapping and all sideline business and all the extracurricular activity has to be eradicated. This is the type of fight you can fuck around in, you know? I like that kind of matchup. I'm not laughing, but the guy who Kovalev knocked out last time out, Cedric Agnew, he came back to the ring, scoring a first round knockout. And the fight before the Kovalev fight, it seemed like he was fighting in some university or some college dorm hall inside the sports hall of a college or something. And in the return fight, he knocked the guy in a round. It looked like he was in the same venue in this college setting. It's just a strange setting to have pro boxing. It's all good. And Kovalev next is fighting someone I don't know and someone you don't know, you know. And that's what he's been doing for a few fights now, you know. This isn't, to me, somebody who really wants the Stevenson fight. He's not. What is he doing to bring money to that fight? What is he doing? I'm not saying he's not a credible opponent. Of course he is. But you have to look at the opponents he's fighting, man. Vernon Parish returns to the ring against Frankie Gomez. Looks like he's been on the milk carton for a little while, isn't he? You know, since that Zab Judah fight, you know. Marco Hook is fighting Mirko Ligeti, and he wants to make spaghetti out of him, is the metaphor used in the Ring magazine. And, you know, this is what Blood was talking about with the cruiserweight divisions, and what a lot of people have been saying, like, you know, it's just not happening, this division. It's just not happening. Who is Mirko Ligeti? You know, come on, man. The WBO has ordered Peter Quillen to defend his middleweight title against Matt Korobov. I don't know who he is. Apparently, he's a Russian amateur standout. 24-0, 14 KOs. He's coming off a unanimous decision win over Jose... I can't spell it. Uzcategui. I can't pronounce it. Some people are crying the fight down in the comment section in the Ring magazine, but But this is a WBO mandatory that Quinlan has to face. So how can you cry down the match? What's he supposed to do? You know, I don't know what he's supposed to do there. In saying that, the WBO's choices of challenges at times is, you know, a real eye-opener and very questionable on their selection process, you know, just to say the least. There's a poll. There's a poll here in the Ring magazine. I want you guys to answer it, and we'll just weigh up. We'll have our own YTBC result. Who will win the fight between Carl Froch and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? Will it be Froch by KO, Froch by decision, Chavez by KO, Chavez by decision, or a draw? Let me know what you guys think, and I might mailbag it on Sunday.